Hey, bad guy's up. Oh, it's been a weird couple of days. But we're back in full swing. I was going to play Hyrule Warriors, but again, that's not here yet. Should have been here yesterday, and it's still not been delivered, so everything is so handy that that's what you get from not ordering on Amazon Prime, I guess. So yeah, we're just gonna play some WoW, I think, until it either gets here midstream or you know, doing whatever happens. Words are hard. Right, bad guy. Duh. I've killed this guy so many times now, and I keep getting this god-awful pair of gloves. And I still haven't had a bag drop yet. I must have killed him about, I don't know, maybe 15 times, something like that. Yo dude, hey right leg, how are you today, friend? You all good? Oh, here we go. Come on, give me the bag. All I want is one bag drop. Struggling to decide on Shadowlands main though. Oh right, yeah. I know a lot of people tend to be feeling the same way at the minute. I'll probably end up playing Unholy Death Knight, as I have done for the past... One day we'll get it. Yeah, I don't know... Someone in chat, first try on 2 characters. Okay, dude. Yeah, my cousin got it first try as well. Anyway, mains in Shadowlands. I don't know what's meant to be good at the minute, to be honest. I know they say don't bother listening to like tier lists and stuff because changes can happen on beta and stuff, but I can't imagine any big changes to the Covenants are going to be happening now. What are we, 2 days away from release? Oh, we sure are. Like 2.5 days, roughly. Yeah, I don't know what's meant to be good. But for sure, I'll probably be playing Unholy Death Knight. I used to be a Frost Decay back in Wrath. Frost Decay tank. And then they ruined the spec. And they made Blood the tanking spec, which I'm not too keen on. But I stayed Frost for a good while. Up until Warlords of Draenor or Legion, maybe. Whenever they like force the dual wielding things. I didn't like that either. So then I started playing Unholy. Oh, it must have been Legion. Yeah, that's when the artifacts come out, right? Yeah. So I've been in Unholy DK for 4 years? God, is that how long since Legion come out? Man. Been a good ride. I've enjoyed the spec. Pretty fun. And always seems to do pretty good damage. And I thought I'd go back Frost. Now that you can have 2-handers again. But the damage is just not there at the minute. Hopefully when the like the conduits and soulbinds and everything, you know, kick into gear, hopefully then the damage is okay, so I can go back to it. What's the basic rotation for an Unholy Decay? It's hard to say these days, because most specs don't really have a rotation as such. It's more of like a priority system in a way. That's probably the best way to explain it. The main the main buttons that you really want to be pressing are going to be these 4 down here. They're like your main abilities. You got Outbreak, Festering Strike, Scourge Strike, and Death Coil. Outbreak puts your diseases on targets. You got to keep them up at all times because they're like your damage over time ability. If you're fighting a few guys at once, put that spell on each of the guys. Festering Strike, that uses 2 of your runes down here, and that puts Festering Wounds on an enemy as well. And Festering Wounds are like a different resource that you can use a bit later on. So you want to... The dog's woofing again. My delivery might be here now. Damn it. Yeah, you want to put Festering Wounds on your targets as well, because other spells sort of pop those wounds, as gross as that sounds. But that does a bit more damage. Scourge Strike is basically your big damage attack. That's what you want to be hitting when an enemy's got his diseases on him and he's got wounds on him. That's when you want to be using Scourge Strike, just repeating that over and over to pop those wounds. And that'll build up some runic power as well. You've got this bar here, it's like energy. Or I guess it's more like Warrior's Rage in a way. And then when you've got too much of your runic power, that's when you want to use Death Coil. And they're like your main 4 abilities. But then, of course, you've got Apocalypse here, which is like an instant Army of the Dead sort of cooldown that you can use once every minute or so. And you need 4 Festering Wounds on a target to use that to its like max potential. So you want to hit Festering Strike like maybe 2 times on a target. And then if they've got 4 wounds on them, you can pop that. In fact, do we have a training dummy around here? Can I... I can't attack that one. We can go to the Death Knight area and just sample it real quick. I think Frost is meant to be the easier of the Death Knight specs to play. I'm not so sure about in Shadowlands because I know they're bringing some buttons back. So it might be a bit more difficult these days, but in Legion it had like 3 buttons and that was it. Tank dummy, training dummy, tanking. Okay, damage. So yeah, basically you want to hit your Outbreak. You don't have to click it if you've got your keybinds. And that puts your dot on him there, your disease. And then if you hit Festering Wounds... So I've hit it twice and he's now got 6 wounds on him. And if you use Apocalypse down there, that leaves 2 left. And it summons all these little ghoul guys. And then you can use your Death Coil to use up your runic power, and Scourge Strike to use up the rest of your wounds. Basically, you just keep doing that over and over for the fight, to be honest. Like I say, that's the main rotation of Death Knights. Depending on what talents you take, you get a couple more buttons as well. 2 of the main ones at the minute that I'm using are Unholy Blight, which I've not really looked up on what it does properly at the minute. So that infects everyone around you with your disease. So instead of using Outbreak, if you use Unholy Blight, that sends it to sort of everyone in your area. Hey Apollo, how you doing, friendo? Welcome back to the stream. Appreciate this, man. You're very intrigued by Decay. It's an interesting class for me. I used to play a rogue long before I made a Decay. And after Wrath of the Lich King come out, I sort of swapped over, and I've not looked back since. I love Death Knights. So yeah, your Unholy Blight is sort of like Outbreak, but if you've got a lot of enemies around you, so it'll put the disease on them. And I think it powers up your pet as well. So you get Raised Dead, which is like, you want to keep this pet out at all times. And they're pretty much, they do their own thing. I think there's some macros, if you want to get into that, that make them a bit more useful at times, but I don't bother with that because I'm not a big end game raider or anything like that at the minute. So aside from your Apocalypse every minute or so, that summons all these guys, your only other big button really is Dark Transformation, which again you use every minute or so, and it turns your ghoul, your little ghoul here, and turns him into a big guy. And that just powers him up for a little bit. I don't think there's much else that sort of happens while he's powered up. But this big orange line that I've got, that's the Unholy Pact talent that I've got. And you can see it like has a big chain of fire between you and your ghoul. And it's based on one of the Azerite traits that we had through BFA. And the only thing you really need to do with that is whenever you use the Dark Transformation, that big fire chain does damage to anything sort of in between you and your pet. So if you want to move yourself to a better location, I'll wait till it comes off cooldown, it's only 15 seconds. So we've put like target icons on these guys, the skull and the cross. We'll bring this guy in as well, we'll probably be able to get him as well. So yeah, if your ghoul's attacking skull, if you've got some other enemies sort of over this way, if you use your power up, it sort of makes the chain between you both. Oh, I can't get both these guys. But yeah, you can see it's doing damage to this guy. So there's some fun little movement things that you can do with the Decay as well. For the one class, that's probably the slowest class in the game. But yeah, other than that, you've got Army of the Dead, which is like a big 8-minute cooldown. And that basically does the same thing as Apocalypse. But Apocalypse is every minute, and this is every 8 minutes. So at the start of the fight, if you want to pop that, you can just have like so many ghouls attacking one guy at once, which is neat. And yeah, that's basically your Unholy stuff. Not much else to go over that isn't Unholy specific. You've got your Death Strike, which is that uses runic power instead of Death Coil. Sometimes when Death Coil glows up, you can cast it for free, so it doesn't use your runic power like that when you get these green bars here. So you can use Death Coil for free, then you could use a heal if you need to heal, or just use 2 Death Coils. And this other glowing button here is Epidemic. And basically, that's like your other AoE thing. If you've got diseases on, let's use Skull, Cross, and Square again. If you've got diseases on those guys, instead of using Death Coil, you can use Epidemic as well, which sort of deals... Oh, my diseases fell off him. You can use Epidemic to sort of do damage to them all instead of just one. But again, that uses runic power, so they're basically the same button. I suppose you could have rolled them into one spell, to be honest, but I imagine that would have caused some problems down the line. Yeah, that's your Unholy unique stuff. Death and Decay is now back in every single DK spec, and that's just your area damage. So you can combine your Death and Decay and your Epidemic to like do some big AoE damage, which is pretty good. Pretty big fan of that. And then for the last talent that I've taken, at the minute, it might change in the future. I've got Soul Reaper as well, which if you're familiar with sort of Warriors Execute, is pretty much the same thing. They seem like fantastic AoE DPS. Yeah, if you're combining Death and Decay with your Diseases and Epidemic, and you've got your Ghoul transformed and you sort of stood at opposite ends of the enemies, you can do quite a lot of area damage for sure. It sort of builds up really quick. What was I saying? Yeah, Soul Reaper, that's like your execute, so whenever their health gets below 35%, you use this. And, you know, it's like a dot. It's not instant like execute. But basically, it does mega damage if they're at low health. So you only use that at the end of a fight, really, when they're getting low. There are better talents for like AoE stuff as well, like Bursting Swords here. I'm still in combat, can I? Bursting Swords, basically when you put your Festering Wounds on a target like this, every time you use like Apocalypse to pop it, or Scourge Strike to pop it, it does damage to everyone next to this guy as well. So if you use that, yeah, you can get a lot of area damage up there. It was insane in Battle for Azeroth. I'm not sure how good it is now. Because back in the day, well, I say back in the day, about 4 weeks ago. How long have we had pre-patch now? Epidemic used to be a talent that you took instead of... oh, I forget what you took it instead of. But I think they... because they've made this baseline for the spec now, they've put Unholy Blight back in. Which is pretty good at the minute. So I don't mind using it. I had a very weird history with Unholy Blight. It's changed so much and they can never seem to nail a good version of it. But yeah, Death Knight has been my sort of my main class for 12 years now. Since like day one that they come out. And I think it's fair to say Unholy DPS is at the minute probably in one of the best places it's ever been. Frost, I'm not too hot on still. But I am looking forward to trying it out at some point. I mean, there are things that make this pretty good AoE DPS as well. You've got your Remorseless Winter, which sort of just chills everything around you, does damage. Then you got your Howling Blast, which is like your constant AoE attack. But I've not played Frost in such a long time now. Super easy to pick up, but ooh, who we got up? Garfrost. With some of the talents that you can take, it can be quite hard to master. I need to actually finally finish off this achievement on my main. I've just done this on my shaman because he's the only guy left with the pre-patch stuff where I need the tokens to buy the armor set. I've got it on every other character. Well, I've got 1 plate, 1 leather, 1 cloth. I just need to finish off the mail set because I've got like some weird addiction with collecting. Not quite as good as sort of like Annie or Asman. They're a good like 35% in front of me. For sure. There's a lot of stuff that I'm missing, but yeah. That's mainly what I do these days. Collect stuff. Just very, very slowly.
The crusade stands ready.
I don't even know how many pets I've got anymore. Oh, my game's crashed. Oh, I've collected 1 pet. I've still got 3 for when the pre-expansion event ends. I don't think I need Garfrost. I can leave him for now. So the plan for today, pretty much, is just doing pre-patch stuff on WoW. Again, I was hoping to be on yesterday, because I was expecting Hyrule Warriors to be delivered. And then I got an email saying, hey, your delivery will be between 9 AM and 2 PM on the 21st. And it's now 2:15, and I still had no delivery, so... whatever. I can't just keep putting the stream on hold because I want to play a specific game. So we're adapting. We're doing our own thing. I need to get this stuff done anyway. Like, there's only 2 days left. Not got a lot of time to finish up here. Which is going to be super bad, because I'm not bothered about the time of delivery so much with Hyrule Warriors, but if it's definitely coming today, I would like to know. So at least I can start it and get like 1 or 2 days in. So as soon as Shadowlands comes out, I'm going to be so focused on that, it's going to be insane. Like, to the point, I can tell now I'm going to burn myself out with Shadowlands. I'm probably not going to end up touching WoW for like 3 months after I burn out. Dog's woofing again. That might be my delivery. She's woofing a lot. Yep, I think that's my delivery. Cool. Okay, bear it back. Okay. There it is. There it is, dude. Well, I guess we can finish up the pre-patch stuff and then we'll jump straight into it. Forget what I literally just said about 2 minutes ago. Okay, we'll chuck that over there. I guess I'll scoot this to the side real quick. Because we've got stickers and posters that have come with it. I'll sort of show those off when we switch over there. Makes it easier for video editing. I don't have to look through a WoW stream to find the unboxing part of Age of Calamity. Good, I'm happy now. Let's finish this up as quick as we can then. How many keys do I have? I've only got one. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited to play Hyrule Warriors. I've heard so many reports about the frame rate being trash, and the frame rate did drop quite bad on the demo. But I'm still excited to play it. Pete, hi. Hey, what's up, buddy? I was going to say brother, and I thought not go with brother. I don't think I'm cool enough to pull brother off. Do I have any interest in either of the new consoles? No. Conversation over. No, I'm joking. I'll be honest, because I've been upgrading my PC quite a lot this year. There's no reason for me to get an Xbox, because the majority of the games are sort of cross-compatible now. So, maybe say from like 1 or 2 games that will be exclusively Xbox, I should be able to play everything near enough if I get Game Pass. So yeah, if I was going to get any new console, it would definitely be the PlayStation. Because that's going to have exclusive games that I can't play. But I'll be honest, I'm really not that bothered at the minute. Maybe in the future I will be. I feel kind of burned from the PS4. I don't want the same thing to happen. Because basically the PS4 come out, it had all these exclusive games and everything, and I was like, yeah, I'll get one eventually, I can wait. Red Dead Redemption 2 come out on the PS4. It was initially advertised for PC, and then they got rid of all evidence of that and said, yeah, it's a PS4, Xbox One exclusive, so you got to buy the consoles to get it. I knew it would have come out for the PC eventually. But I thought, oh well, it's been out a couple of years now. I think the Pro had just been out for about a year, maybe. So I thought, I've got money, I'll buy a PlayStation 4, get Red Dead Redemption 2, pick up all the exclusive games that I sort of missed out on. Bought the PlayStation 4. What did I pick up? I got Red Dead Redemption 2 that come with the PlayStation 4. I got Horizon. I honestly didn't expect that to come out for the PC now. I didn't expect that to come out for the PC at all. I got Horizon, got God of War, got Spider-Man. I got the Uncharted collection. I know they're older games, but I'd still not played them. I got Uncharted 4 as well. And let's see, what have I played out of those? I've played Uncharted 1 from the Uncharted trilogy. I kind of enjoyed it, but the controls were a bit jank. So I never got round to playing number 2. Spider-Man, I played about half an hour. I don't know if I was just in a bad mood at the time, because I played all these games at the same time and they all feel the same to me. Why am I still in combat? Hello? Spider-Man, played half an hour, didn't enjoy it. Horizon, Same health mechanic, same third-person adventure game. Played half an hour of it. No, maybe an hour. I'll be generous. I played about an hour of it, and I just didn't enjoy it. God of War. A bit different, gameplay-wise. Not much. What? Hello? Why am I... Do I have to run about 5 miles away to get out of combat now? God of War. I probably played about 20 minutes. I didn't give that long at all. Kratos said boy about 3,000 times, and then this skinny dude, like, punched me over a house. Same health mechanic. Still a third-person adventure game. Didn't enjoy it. Now I went back and loaded Red Dead Redemption 2 up. Played about 2 hours. Felt like I got absolutely nowhere. Good. It only ran at 30 frames, which annoyed the life out of me as well. Which I'm sure I'll complain about when I load Hyrule Warriors up in a second. But yeah, I didn't get on with it. It felt too slow and too much to do. And I'm a busy-ish man these days. I'm still in combat. I can't log out. I'm gonna have to restart the game. Yeah, all these PS4 games that sort of come out, and I just didn't gel with them at all. I have said that I will go back and sort of give them a second chance. I've still got my PlayStation 4 set up, so I will stream them. See if I can actually get into them. But I think, to be very honest, the 2 games I've spent most of my time in on the PS4 have been Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Still in combat. That's great. I love that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Fall Guys. They're the 2 games that I've spent most of my time in on the PS4, I think. That's a little bit depressing. I want to try Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks I thought was a PS5 and Xbox One, Xbox Series X exclusive. But no, that's on PS4 I think now. And I really want to try that. That looks so dumb. Hate every minute of it, but whatever. Can I kill these guys? Will killing these guys somehow take me out of combat? Oh yeah, I killed a boss yesterday and I got the Accursed Keepsake finally. Where is it? I don't want to sell it. There it is. Pop that down there. And this little ghosty boy follows you around. You can never get rid of him. I'm still in combat! Game, why are you doing this to me? You can't log out now. Yeah, great. My character's like stuck in combat purgatory. I'll log into a different character to see if that like despawns him. So anyway, long rant about PlayStation 4 games. How's D&D, Pete? Are you enjoying it? Seems like a weird thing to sort of multitask. I feel like you'd have to pay quite a lot of attention to D&D. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know D&D that well. That was such a long, miserable rant about PlayStation games. I'm so sorry. I haven't even spoken about the big news that was on Twitter yesterday. Man. Did I put it on Twitter yesterday or was it 2 days ago? I can't even remember anymore. Yeah, so I applied a couple of months ago to the lovely guys at Tempo Storm. And they're like a community stream team. They do like events and stuff every now and again. They've got sort of creators like, I suppose, Jake and Bake and Trihex. Going to be sort of the big two that they have under their umbrella. And I applied to them just sort of out of the blue a couple of months ago. There's a couple of WoW creators that are in the same org. There are probably more, but the only two I can think of at the minute are Nicholas and Lichlings. And they're part of it as well, so I thought, hey, I'll apply, I'll see what happens. And yesterday or the day before, I got an email saying you've been accepted. So hey, we're now streaming under the community of Tempo Storm. I've got to do some things. I've got to sort some settings out, and hopefully on like Twitch it'll be official at some point. It should say like near my name when I'm streaming, or near the game down below. It should say like team Tempo community or something one day.
You have my attention. Stand true. Our paths
But yeah, like I said on Twitter, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of it. It's like a new sort of journey that I'm going on. Everything will stay the same. I'm just gonna, you know, play WoW and talk shit for about 4 hours. That's how we go. I'm in combat again. Game, what are you doing? Oh, it's so buggy. Do I really have to swap characters again just to get out of combat? Ugh. Hype. Hype, hype, hype. Hype indeed. It's not bad. You're a few sessions into a short campaign, but you're playing a ranger, which you're not enjoying. You're split from the group, so what everyone else is doing is not relevant to what I'm doing. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, I've logged in the wrong character. Damn it. I'm an idiot. Gonna have to quit the game again. Oh no, it's actually took me out of combat this time. That's nice. I'll just do a quick check of Wowhead. The next Bronze Aim kill for the bag is at 5:10 my time, and it's now 2:30, so we've got a good couple of hours still. So definitely we'll finish up this quest chain that we're doing, and then we'll just move straight over to Hyrule Warriors, because nobody cares about WoW. A handful of people will care about WoW in about 2 days when the expansion comes out. And then that'll be it for another 2 years. We'll have peaked. So yeah, I've done this quest chain on my shaman already, and basically what we find out here is that the big crack in the sky is Sylvanas Windrunner's doing. She broke the Lich King's helmet, and it opened a rift into the land of the dead, or the Shadowlands as we call it here. And basically this winged dude-ess, has come through that rift, and there's a bad guy at the other side called the Jailer, who we're assuming, speculation, that's who originally owned the Lich King's helmet and sword, maybe? So that basically, yeah, the realm of the dead, the Jailer in there, wants to kill the soul of our world for whatever reason. Each world has a soul inside of it. And whether it's like the egg that they're birthed from, or a prison, again, speculation. Depends on who you ask at the minute, it's all up in the air. But basically, these guys right here, these titans, these are only two of them. Agramar and Argus are all titan sort of overlords. And we're all assuming that they've been birthed from these different planets. And Azeroth, where we live, apparently we have the strongest world soul. So everyone keeps wanting to like kill it or corrupt it and stuff like that. Sargeras, one of these other titans who went a bit mental, he stuck a giant sword in our planet, trying to do the same thing. And we've not done anything with that sword. We sort of purified it and left it there. But the speculation is the sword is doing some weird things in the background, still corrupting our planet. But it is like the size of 2 skyscrapers, so there's not much else we can do with it, really. That's where this big hole is, that's where the sword is now. It's good fun. When you get into WoW lore, it's like really cool. But when you try and explain it to other people, you realize how stupid it sounds. Ever read into Warcraft lore, or is this your knowledge just from playing WoW? A bit of both, mainly. Playing the game doesn't give you a lot of story unless you read every single little bit of quest text. The cutscenes only cover so much. Actually saying that, that's not really fair to say. The cutscenes are pretty good at times. Like, learning the lore is more interesting to you than playing the game. Yeah, same in a couple of different ways. The story's got so much potential, but they don't show it in game, and that does kind of ruin it, the game, a little bit. Not picking up my Chrome thingy. Alright. Okay, great. Streamlabs, that's what I want. Yep. Let's move this over there. So yeah, basically, these are all the titans. Big beardy guy, Amanthal, A&R, the lady one. I think that's purified Agramar next to him.
It is time.
We must gather our strength. Return home, children of Azeroth.
Yeah. This planet is Argus. This planet over here. That's the blue guy that I just shown you here. So he's come from that planet. Or again, was prisoned in that planet. the lore speculation is still out there.
Every choice.
There's Illidan from Burning Crusade. He makes an appearance again. He comes back.
To face him.
I'll skip ahead. We basically take spaceship into space and deal with everything. And these guys are using some sort of magic to imprison Sargeras back where they are. Brother.
Is over.
And they pull him out the clouds, and he's this big giant dude. Very angry. Very mad. And that's Azeroth that he's... I don't know what the hell he's attempting to do. So they're pulling him back to prison him. He summons the giant sword out of nowhere. And it's just like... Yo, what up? He was so close to getting us, and we escaped. Then Illidan stays behind to, like, torment him or something. That's basically what the world looks like at the minute. Got a giant sword stuck in it. Not doing a whole lot. But yeah, in the new cinematic for the new expansion, Sylvanas Windrunner, Ranger of the High Elves, while you're on about D&D, Pete. Just your standard Ranger, Captain. The High Elves were pretty good back in the day. They were on the Alliance's side. This lady here, one of the best rangers that they had, killed by the original, well, not the original Lich King, Arthas, and turned into a ghost, a banshee. And then I forget what happens. She finds a dead body. She somehow, her ghost banshee self fuses with the body again. So she's like an undead ranger. Then after Arthas, Lich King dies, Bolvar, a lovely warrior, takes over. And she breaks his helmet, and that's why we've got this big hole in the sky now. Just snap the helmet in half, and the Rift of Death has just opened. But yeah, there's another big bad guy trying to kill our planet on the other side of that. They've like changed it, which is kind of curious. I don't know if that's always been that way, or if I've just not noticed before. This tower here was the Lich King's base of operations. And apparently that's like an anchor point between the realm of the living and the realm of death. And on the opposite side, I don't know if you can like see the little shadowy image here. There's like the same tower, but on the realm of death. That's called Torghast. And we'll be seeing a lot more of that in a couple of days, because we'll be going there. So yeah, they're like the two anchor points between the realms. And apparently breaking the helmet of the Lich King just opened it up there. It's a bit silly. But yeah, we got an angry bald man coming to kill us, which is good fun. Looking forward to it. My main kind of hope for the story of WoW is that for once I hope the villain wins. Souls in the realm of the living go to the Shadowlands, where we're going in a couple of days. So when anyone actually dies, you know, normally, that's where their soul goes. But because we're not dead, and we're sort of forcing our way into the realm of death, I really hope the villain wins. And we sort of like get stuck there or something. Because we can't travel back, because we've like messed with reality. That'd be cool. I'd love that. Like a big reset. We've had all these... We've been gaining power for so many years in World of Warcraft. For us to just actually lose and like have to start from scratch, that'd be so fun to me. Fun fact, I play a Death Knight, a warrior raised by the Lich King. And the reason they have their blue eyes is because apparently that's their soul like trying to escape. But obviously it's sort of soul-bound to this dead body that's been risen. I just think that's like one of the coolest, edgiest things in the world. I love all that crap like that. If I was more eloquent with words, I'd like to explain WoW lore. But Nobble, he does YouTube videos about lore. He already covers that and he does a really good job. And it's all very interesting. And it's always weird to me how like all the stories sort of intertwine. It's this giant butterfly effect of the world. Shisha. So yeah, basically this is one of the jailer's henchmen, the big bald guy from the Realm of Death. They've just sort of flew through the rift and causing trouble, like troublemakers do. With the names in WoW, there's all a lot of old god. Not old god. What are the actual Oh god, my brain's just stopped working. The guy with the Cthulhu and stuff. All the names in sort of the World of Warcraft have some sort of basis around that. Azeroth, which is the planet we're on, is based on Azathoth, I think, which is one of his creatures. World of Warcraft takes a lot of sort of like pop culture and sort of turns it into their own thing, which I think is kind of fun. We've got Ulduar, where we've got Yogg-Saron instead of Yogg-Sothoth or whatever his stupid name is. Lovecraft, thank you. Thank you, that's... Yeah, we've got, even going back from like the beginning of WoW. Classic Temple of Anchorage. We've got Cthulhu instead of Cthulhu, obviously. But he is just a big eye.
We shall prevail.
Then in the most recent expansion, I forgot all my buttons. What is happening to me? Is my brain melting? We've got N'Zoth the Corruptor, who looks a little bit more like Cthulhu, but I don't know if his name's based off anything in particular. Sort of kind of follows that same-ish pattern. He's a big squid guy. I always found the old god stuff here pretty cool. Then all of the big trees. You got Teldrassil here, which is a big tree that the Night Elves used to live on before it got burnt down. That's like, what's the big mythical tree called? Yggdrasil or something? And we've got Nordrassil, based off the same thing. So, all good. Great old ones are how they referred to in D&D. Ah, yeah. Sounds about right. I didn't know D&D had their own version of, like, old gods. That's kind of interesting. Basically, the reason why Sargeras, the guy who stuck the sword in our planet, the reason why he went crazy is basically because he wanted to get rid of all planets that were corrupted by these old gods, or old great ones. So he started like purging all of these planets, and all the other guys were like, hey buddy, you can't just do that. Chill out, bro. It's like, no, screw you. We've got a big prison full of demons. I'll release them all and start a crusade. I've got so many of these Scourge Stones, I can't get rid of them. Right, I've run out again. Oh, I've got 98. That's too many. I need to buy more of these pets. I need 2 more for them. So yeah, these pets are like only here for the past 2 weeks when we've had this event going off. So I'm pretty much going to be buying as many of them as I can, because there'll be quite a bit of money in a couple of years, hopefully. What you're hearing is... what you're hearing is he's trying to help the universe from total destruction. Yeah, pretty much. He's regarded as like a bad guy to everyone in the universe, but really, he seems like a pretty good guy. Why is it saying I've not collected that appearance when I have? Game, what are you doing to me? I've collected that appearance as well, thank you. My game's froze again. Great! Oh, it's soulbound. I've got to cage them first. Damn it. Put in cage. Put in cage. Put in cage. Put in cage. I'll keep one for myself. I think if I talk to Gain Greymane now, we've completed it. Completed everything we need to do here. I think this playlist is literally the same 4 songs over and over. Great.
If they aren't being held in Ice Crown, it can only mean that the Banshee has taken them into the realms of death. I will not rest until they are found. Work with our allies to keep the Scourge at bay. We cannot allow that menace to overrun our kingdoms. I'll send word to the Knights of the Ebon Blade. If anyone can devise a strategy to rescue our friends, it's Bolvar Fordragon. When the hour comes, we will call upon you to
I'm sorry, did you say 4 dragon?
our allies home.
Oh, we already done that bit. Yeah, this is the new Lich King's daughter. So they're probably going to meet up.
All this time you knew my father was alive, but you didn't tell me.
It's not that simple, Talia. Your father was presumed lost at the Wrathgate. It wasn't until later that we learned the truth. Dragon's Flame had saved his life, but scarred his
Yeah,
flesh.
we don't care about that. We love Bolvar, but
Arthur Smilither captured
we've been through that many, many times.
when the Lich King was defeated. Someone had to take up the mantle and keep the Scourge in check.
So yeah, we've pretty much done this now. I don't... This second week of the event, there's meant to be zombies in the city centre. And I'm not seeing an awful lot of them. Like playing Warcraft 3 the other day with the Plagued Grain. Apparently we've got shipments of Plagued Grain in World of Warcraft again now. And if you accidentally eat some of it, you turn into a zombie and you can infect all the other players. But it doesn't seem to be that bad at the minute. Basically, it's like a Corona simulator that we've got going on at the minute. The R number's pretty low for now. But as soon as we get another shipment of grain... Oh wait, I've got someone who's dead. We've got a few skeletons actually. Maybe they just had a big wave. Oh, that's good. I'm going to close that for now.